Hi, it's Carola. Welcome to the very first video on the channel Metachannel. I have started uploading for YouTube in January 2018, and for all my English videos I have done that on the channel Carola in Paris. And on that channel I have uploaded videos about France because I'm a German living in France, actually in Paris. And I have uploaded a lot of videos that concern, well, the progress on my YouTube channel. But the algorithm really doesn't like if you post one video about France and then people who like France watch that, and then one video about camera equipment. So I have decided to create this channel to talk about anything that is about upgrading my equipment or testing equipment that I just bought, or sometimes if I'm behind the scenes, if I'm filming a video with someone else or maybe for someone else's channel, then this would be also here. So this channel is everything behind the camera. Let me start this first video with an overview. Where did I start and where am I now? About, for example, the equipment. So this was my setup when I started, and for the first few months in 2018. Finally, this is what my setup looks like now. I feel I have come a long way equipment-wise, and I have come a long way knowledge-wise, because when I started YouTube I basically didn't know what I was doing. I was a bit sad when my channel wasn't growing as fast as others, but you never know what their background is. So anybody who ever had like a digital camera DSLR has already an advantage that I didn't have. And well, so I started at zero, and well, we'll see where it goes. I really love being on camera, so talking to the camera. And when I started, I hated the editing part and the behind the camera part, but then at some point it clicked. I talked about that in a video on the other channel, so I'll put that up here. I was invited to a French wedding and I took my camera with me. I filmed for the whole day, and then it took me 20 hours to edit everything that I filmed. And but I was hardly on camera. Mostly it was me watching others, and they didn't recognize that I had a camera, so there was no waving. And I loved that part. I loved the 20 hours of edit it took to get the 20-minute film to give to the couple. And I loved going through the footage and finding everything that's usable. So that was a surprise. I really never expected that to happen. If you look around, then you will see some channel art which has been done by my friend Aaron Wood. Actually, Aaron has been doing the channel art for Carola in Paris for quite a while now. So this was the first design, and then we did this, and now we did this. And he also did the channel art for the Metachannel, and he also did my template for the thumbnails. So if you want some channel art like that and you want to contact Aaron for a quote, then I'm leaving his contact details in the description down there. It's not sponsored, so I paid Aaron to do that. So it's not sponsored, it's just because he's a friend and because I like what he's doing. Well, I'm sharing. One thing I really love doing is having my channel audited and then get a list of things to improve. And usually whenever I learned something reasonable and something where I think, yeah, that might be an issue, I have adapted that and improved the videos that way. I think this channel might even be more interesting for some people because I always loved the audio commentary on DVDs, And this is kind of like an audio commentary, explaining things. So for example, I did not read many of the Harry Potter books, but whenever there's a documentary about the author, I'll watch that because it's so much fun knowing about her life and what made her create that. And I'm always more interested about the behind the scene of something. And I hope you'll feel the same way, or maybe you're watching my other channel and then you want to come over wondering what I did there or wondering how I updated. Up until now, I filmed with a Panasonic camcorder, and I love how light it is. It was a few 100 grams, and then I would plug my external microphone on top of it, except that where the cable goes into the camcorder, well, it's kind of where the display is, so when I'm using the camera it's fine, but when I'm closing the camera I really have to make sure to pull out the cable before. And well, I kind of didn't do that at first. I would just close the camera because you could close it and leave a bit open and then the cable would still go in there. But then one time I pressed a little too hard and then there was a crack on the screen, and a few days later the screen went black. And then I had that repaired. And then, well, I had my camera on a side table and then it fell down and the cable was still in there and the screen shut and the screen broke a second time. And replacing it is kind of just as expensive as getting a new camera. So right now the screen of the good camera, of the 4K camera, is still broken, and I'm filming that on my secondary camera, which is the HD one. Well, and then I was annoyed. I asked my friend Jonas, who has the channel JVO Studios, and he knows a lot about cameras. He is working in the industry. And even when we did our video collab, it was so much fun to watch someone who knows what he's doing and who's not just winging it like I am. And he recommended that I should get a Lumix. So here it is. And I think in future videos I will do with that one. The only issue is that it's much heavier. It's like 800 grams. And I didn't expect it to be such a difference, but putting that in your bag in the morning, well, really changes the weight you're carrying over the day. So for now, whenever it came to, oh, let me just grab a camera because I want to be filming after work, I always grab the Panasonic camcorder, sometimes even without the microphone, just to film something around Paris. I won't be uploading regularly on this channel because it's just the behind the scenes, and well, I want to spend most of the energy on my main channel. But whenever I feel like it, I'll post a video, and I'll also grab a few of the videos that I have filmed for the Carola in Paris, and I'll re-edit them and upload them here so I can delete them from the original place. That's it. I hope you like the news. I'm super excited. I have a new channel. Bye!